Hi guys, welcome to F1 Podcast. This is number 131 and we join you here on a Sunday evening in Sydney. Pep, good to have your company of course.
Thank you, Max.
And lots been going on in the off-season, especially with car manufacturers now and teams setting their driver lineups in place. Still got a few places to go, but some interesting moves of late.
Yes, Max, all the banter's been about Michael Schumacher and we've talked about that already, but let's just say that the momentum, Max, is building. I'm loving it, and to me already it's kind of like it's going to happen. There's so much happening in terms of Michael joining Mercedes, so we're not going to talk about that too much, or not at all.
No.
Are we going to talk about it, Max?
Look, it's a formality. The Red Baron's coming back, but it'll be in silver overalls next year, sure.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit in our last podcast before Christmas, Max, about the last few driver movements. We've had USF1 not confirming any drivers yet. But we've had Sauber, and we haven't talked about Sauber. Peter Sauber has rescued the BMW team.
Yes.
And he signed Kobayashi, Max.
Yeah, which I think is a great move. What are your thoughts on the plucky young Japanese guy?
I was loving his form in the last couple of Grand Prix last year. I thought that he did a good job, and he was a little bit feisty in his driving, Max. And, you know, good luck to him. I think that Peter Sauber is trying to set up a team where he's got some good drivers, and you know, I'm not sure that Kobayashi will make it, but certainly he seems like he's got some, you know, he's got some quality behind him, Max.
We'll see. He does. He had a couple of races for Toyota last year and did what I would suggest was a really good job, and a lot of you guys have commented as well on our channel that you really wanted to see him get a drive this year. Well, your prayers have been answered, because he is going to be driving in 2010 for Sauber, which is great.
Alright, Max, let's move on to the Lotus. I was on the Lotus website this week and I was looking at the colours that they had on the website, because I thought maybe that the colours they had on the website might give something away to the colour of the livery of the car. So check out the Lotus website and let us know whether you think they're going to have those colours. But what they have done is signed Jarno Trulli and Heikki Kovalainen, 2 race winners, into their team. And Tony was saying that he was really happy to get 2 race winners, Max. And for me, you know, Lotus, it's Malaysian backed, and it's not really Lotus, but they
he said it, and he's right.
But they do need to get some quality drivers, and I've always been a pretty big fan of Heikki Kovalainen. I think he's, you know, he's not a McLaren driver necessarily, but he's a good driver. And they've got Jarno Trulli as well, Max. What do you think?
I think they'll get a lot of value out of Heikki. After spending a couple of years with McLaren, I think that's...
All those McLaren secrets, Max.
Yeah, all those secrets going over to Lotus. I think it's a good move signing Heikki. I'm pleased that he's going to be remaining on the grid in 2010. Jarno Trulli, to me, as soon as I found out that Mike Gascoigne was going to Lotus, I was not the least bit surprised that he was championing Jarno Trulli. A good driver, very solid driver. I was a little bit perplexed by it, because Heikki's been in Formula 1 now with the top team for a couple of years and would bring a lot of information. I'm not suggesting McLaren information, but a lot of information to his engineers on how he wants his car set up. Trulli, always been a fan, but it was a little bit, you know, not really surprised, I guess, that Trulli train. Not really surprised that Gascoigne went for him.
He said that he was the #1 pick for Lotus, Max. Of all the drivers that you could have picked, he said Jarno, top of the list.
Yeah, loves him. Loves the guy.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
But a great driver, and he will give the guys at Lotus wonderful feedback. There's no doubt about that. And looks like Jarno Trulli, his career's been resurrected at Lotus. And look, yeah, it was a no-brainer to me. As I said, with Gascoigne going there, Trulli was always going to go there.
Alright, let's move on to Virgin Racing. Now, Richard Branson wanted to sign on a hot woman, and he was searching the world, Max, for a hot woman. He was thinking about Danica Patrick, but she's gone to,
some other series that we don't even know about.
No idea, but she's driving in that. And so we talked previously about the fact that Manor, or you know, Virgin had signed with Timo, and now they've got Lucas de Grassi, that young Brazilian whippersnapper, Max. And what I did straight away was jumped onto Lucas's website, and you know, I didn't know much about the guy previous to Formula One, and I looked at his pedigree and I thought, my God, this guy deserves to be in Formula One. If you have a look at his results in GP2 and what he's done, you know, this guy needs to be in Formula One. And I really hope that Lucas does well against Timo and also on the grid, Max.
Well, you love Timo, so you don't want Lucas to beat Timo. All right, that's a given. Yeah, look, good on him, and I think it's great that Virgin are taking a punt on a youngster. As you said, he's got the pedigree in GP2, and that's wonderful. I think that's great. And there's still a couple of seats left open for next year, which still have to be filled. So it's shaping up to be an exciting season, mate.
Alright guys, well we're going to come back with another video very soon, so thanks very much for watching and we'll see you soon for that one.
Alright guys, bye.
Bye.